So welcome. Great to be back. Thanks for watching Tangle Lines. I'll just get the camera back. There we go. Thanks for watching Tangle Lines NZ. So as you can see from the background, we're at the canals, which I'm pumped. I hear so many things of people catching big fish, everything like that. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd go and catch up with some locals or people that just come down here and fish and see how they're fishing and what they're doing, techniques, everything like that. And then hopefully, well, it won't happen because I don't have my rod out with me and I've got a camera. I can film quite happily, but I guarantee no one will catch any fish while I'm here. As soon as I put the camera away, it will be all on. So hopefully I'll get to see some people catching some fish, have a bit of yarn to a few people, and yeah. So, I've been getting some local knowledge, and they reckon that you come down to like a farm like this. This is a Tekapo Canal, so I thought I'd go for a walk. I'd hear it be quite busy because apparently they might have had an escape, and a lot of fish have been getting caught. So I thought perfect opportunity to go for a walk and see if there's anyone catching fish and how they're doing it, and yeah. Hopefully be able to have a word with a couple of people if they're not too camera shy and go from there. The canals itself, this is all your salmon fish from New Zealand, I suppose. I'm presuming that's what it will be, and there'll be thousands in them nets, I imagine. There's probably a few hundred in each net, and they'll have the different stages of growth. This is the actual canals, so they use these as power. So the hydro canals that were man-made, I'm presuming by the design and all that. And then of course they put it through hydro system and that produces power for New Zealand. So I've just been for a walk up this Tekapo Canal, and seeing how people fish and what they actually do. And as you can see in front we have looks like someone's drifting. I imagine it'd be some type of bait on the end, and then they've got the float and they let it drift down. Apparently there's not much flow today, so you'll probably see that, definitely see that bubble. So yeah, a lot like fly fishing with a indicator and a nymph. So by the looks of things he tries to get as close to the nets as possible, and then he just lets it drift, which would, I imagine, be bloody hard on a day like today. Not much flow, so I imagine everything sinks quite quick, so you must be using something really light. And then I'll tell you what, he's got his castings down to perfection, perfect weight for that. And then he lets it drift by the nets, I imagine. It must be a bit like check nymphing, so he must have his finger on the line, or he just feels. And then that fish will just take it very softly, so you'll just feel that little bite. Some of them will probably take quite harshly, I imagine, but I imagine 70% of the time must be quite soft. And he'll just feel the difference. He'll know the difference from his experience, from a little bit of weed to everything like that. And he just watches that line too. And then he, as you saw there, any stage he just feels like there's a little fish, he'll just have a try to set the hook, which is quite cool. And then it's quite shallow on this bank, so once it gets out about halfway, he winds it in semi-fast because he'll just get weeded up and caught up. So as you see, just it does a little 45 cast. Lets it drift. They normally use I think they're about, by the look of things, most rods are about 3 to 6 kg, rods, and they use a thing called braid here, which is like a nylon kind of mixed weave, and that's bloody strong. So most of them use, I imagine, on a 3 to 6 rod. I imagine you probably use a around about a 10-pound braid, I imagine, and then probably at the end of that braid he'll have a tippet, some type of fluorocarbon, and then you can do all your different sizes. So just like fly fishing, I imagine what he does is on a clear day like this, he might go to a lighter tippet, and then what that does is it's a lot smaller in diameter, so hopefully fish don't see it as much. But on a bit more murkier day, you might use a little bit heavier, getting more into the 6-pound, 7, 10-pound tippet. Murkier, harder to see anyway. So it's probably a bit hard to see. I'll bring it in a little bit to you. Kind of gone to a black and gold kind of one, a little bit heavier. I wasn't quite getting to the bottom, so see how this pays out. I change it up. If something doesn't work, change it up. Pretty much that's why I work on. So as you can see, it's not me in the picture, it's actually my old man. He decided to come and join me for half a day or so. As you can see though, same spot as I was yesterday, doing the exact same thing. A little bit earlier in the morning, this is probably about 11 o'clock in the morning, I decided to do some drone footage, and sure enough, what does he do? He catches a fish. But that's cool, it just shows you, if you put a little bit of time in, change it up a little bit, you will get success. After this, I decided that, okay, the canals weren't flowing too much, he's caught one, so I heard of people using a bit of a fly rod and just walking around the canals and doing some fly fishing. But good on your dad. He was chuffed, as you can see by his picture. So yeah, after walking just following the road down the bank, I saw many fish just sunning themselves on the edge of the bank, like you saw in that drone shot before. So I decided I'd get my fly rod out and I'd cast a few to them. I was using just a Royal Wolf, a size 14, and also a blue bottle as well, but they were very interested in it, but they didn't really want to take it. So I put on a very small black net, and a couple refused it until this guy came along. I probably caught 3 fish like this. It was good fun, it was really hot, and I just enjoyed it. But yeah, so it just shows you there's many methods of catching fish on the actual canals. So if you just put a little bit of time and a little bit of effort, and I'm sure the more you do it, the more better you actually get. My time in the canals have come to an end, but I've had a good day in a little bit. I've met some really nice people explaining stuff, how to fish, everything like that, which is awesome. Very approachable, everything like that. The scenery down here is amazing. I've only caught stuff on the fly rod. I had a few nibbles on my spin fishing gear. I tried many things from lures, egg rolling, everything like that, but obviously I'm just not that good. But if any of you are watching this and if you got a bit of time and you're quite happy to show me one day, if you're a local or anything like that, and you catch a few fish, I'd be dead keen. Flick us a line, drop a comment. I'll be dead keen to catch up and come down and catch up with you, and you can take me out and show me how to actually fish canals to catch one of them big fish. Of course, I'll bring my camera, I'll bring my drone, I'll bring everything. So yeah, awesome. But thanks for watching again. Stay tuned.